Alright, hey there, we're watching Hooli on Gully Watch. He's playing down. Let's go! And looks like he's playing against Quantum Hearts. I think that's what they're called. Ew, spooky. Okay, so yeah. I was gonna say their demo is really slow, but they need to re-exact. Okay, so now it's actually starting. So let's see what rollout he does. That's good. That's good. This is really fast. I think the wall sticky might be a bit quicker there, but I'm not 100% sure. But this seems really good. I think you're deading. You dead too early there, and if you don't dead too early there, you can pretty much crush this choke rollout. You're going up here with no sticky load is a really big issue. That's something you really have to worry about playing the quick big door rollout that focuses choke. You want to damage the demo, but you don't want to overcommit on him, and you want to be loaded for coming up elbow. If you don't have any stickies there, you have the potential of just getting gibbed pretty quickly. Like, the only time I'd ever just be constantly firing stickies if I was sitting on the ground, which is also a pretty viable play there. But yeah, basically, since you were so fast, your first and second stick you want to be a choke there, and your third sticky should be aimed at the scout going up the overhang there, and you get a lot of work done. So yeah, it's good staying out with Uber there, exactly what you need to do. You should start sticking off last, which is what you're gonna go do. Not sure what that jump was. Don't put... Okay, 3 there is fine. Knew that guy was there, so I probably wouldn't have used all my stickies. And that's good. I wouldn't have dead on that guy until he got over it, basically. Just a risk, not like... If you didn't kill him there, then you were probably losing that last push since his team was going to kill you. So this is a bit worse. No, definitely your way's faster. Anyway. So here's... You slowed him down a bit. And I feel like your scout should have killed him pretty easily. They just didn't. So... That's good. I don't know. I would have not fired the third stick there and just yelled at the scout until he fucking went for him. Because, that's pretty ridiculous. That he didn't actually kill the medic there. Because he was like 5 HP. Actually, no. Well, he could have been 5, but he's like 25. But, good mid. I think you're focusing too much on the demo there, and I don't think... Maybe I'm not paying attention, but you really should be firing a third stick towards the overhang above banana, because that'll hit a scout there, and that really... If you hit that scout there, you have the potential to crater him, and even if you don't, it makes it a lot easier for your scouts pushing up on the right, and by the way, both your scouts should be doing that if you're doing this rollout. Makes it a lot easier for them to get on the demo. Like, if you deny that guy, then both your scouts have free reign pressuring the demo and pressuring the scouts off, which is crazy good. I don't think you should be on this. Like, you don't really have a good angle here, or the medic should already be out. Like, if he's on the ground right now, it's a really big mistake, which looks like he was. Something happened that was weird. So yeah, as you can tell, oh no, Blinkster isn't blinky. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, you aren't really too effective there. That's really hard to shoot up top. So I would probably suggest either taking your entire team into lobby and behind them, or just chilling choke with, I don't know. I prefer to chill choke there because it gives you a really good angle of any stragglers that kind of head off towards choke. This is good. Yeah, that was a good blast. Okay, so since you're so much faster than him, and he's delaying because your first stick is beating him really hard, you should just walk up already. You should be up there already, and you can just keep him out. Like, the worst case is a soldier jumps on you, but you're so fast that I don't think it matters. Like, if you had gone up here earlier, it would have been worlds of difference. And I don't think those pipes are appropriate either. You definitely would have done a lot more if you just stuck with stickies there. Like, the worst case scenario with stickies is you just keep them in there and they will die no matter what at the end of the mid. And the best case, you just crush them like you did. Like, you should have just stickied the entire time there, but, you know, whatever. I think you could have peeked for a long-range sticky towards river there. Maybe pick that scout. That soldier wouldn't have been able to do any significant damage to you with the medic there. I don't know why you're delaying here. Seems kind of inappropriate to me. And definitely should have shot that scout on the boxes. I don't see a reason not to. You have no reason not to take that pack. Like, I mean, like, you're not gonna get anything done pushing in like that, and I would expect a better player to do a double take, probably. And even if he didn't, which he didn't, you'd have a 1v1 there. Like, I recognize that he was going behind you, but I don't think you had really much of a choice there, because I don't think your repush was going to do a whole lot. You need to, yeah. Okay, that guy played you really hard. I don't know. Still reload stickies. Those pipe spams are shit. Like, I don't know how you can be so good and then just do that shit. It's kind of crazy. But, you had just reloaded some stickies there. As the soldiers were on point, you could have done some damage to them. And, I don't know why you were so afraid, about that soldier pushing you when he went on the ground. Because you can fire at him wherever you want, and it's still gonna... Like, there's nowhere you can shoot that's gonna prevent him from jumping you, but your position was so good that even if he jumped you, you wouldn't take lethal damage. So, don't worry about that guy. So yeah, as long as you... What the fuck is going on? I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I think you're fortunate that that's the only bad thing that happened, because the demo could have pushed through choke and it would have been a lot worse for you guys. Can't go for plays like that, this demo man. Well, you could, but like he was gone, so like I don't know why you would. This is good positioning. I don't know why you'd expect him to keep going forward and to likely an Uber. So you could have killed that guy a bit earlier there, and I don't know why you're charging right now. You could have just walked up there. As soon as you start winning, you don't need to take this far back position. Right now, it's good that you're sticking that off. I don't know why you sent me a scrim with this bullshit. Seems a little wasteful. Why? Yeah, you should have just been reloading stickies there. Like, the only time you need to pipe is if you're about to die. Or, like, you're aiming really well. Or, like, not aiming, like, well as you're hitting a lot. Like, you're taking your time to aim, and that's when you can use them aggressively. But those stickies are good. Not much. You're just doing really well on last with putting the stickies on the point. But the one time that it was a mistake is when your team really didn't get much out of the Uber, because your soldier went back when your medic thought he was going in and you didn't really go in, so nothing was really happening at the last, so there you really have to make something happen. So I don't agree with those pipes, and I also don't think it was a good idea to not go up. Like, you're sitting on the ground, where you just take right, and if it's a mirror, which it was, you want to be up top before their Demoman's up top, because you can do a lot of damage shooting stickies around the nipple. And if it's not a mirror, you're so fast that you just crush him if you hit your stickies properly. So I don't know why you're not trying to get up top earlier. It's eating a lot of heals away from your team, and
Time has been added.
you're not really doing a whole lot with them. And I know that's not necessarily your fault, but that's just kind of what happens. Because no one's around to heal, so you might as well use it to get up top, if you know what I'm saying, if it's not a mirror. And if it is a mirror, you're getting up as soon as possible, so you have that advantage. This is a really good play because it's about all you're going to be able to do. You could definitely set up a... what the fuck? Anyway, you could definitely set up a forward hold in lobby if that hadn't have happened. I don't really know what your team's doing. But yeah, that was probably the play to set up a forward hold there, and I would probably put the sticks up there first because, you know, if someone's sneaky, they're going to be going through there. So that was a good play. God knows why they didn't just go cap blast. Good, but there's no reason not to look there for an extra couple seconds. That's shitty. Why are you doing that? There's no one even there. Like, that's just embarrassing. Then you're reloading pipes again for some reason. Like, you don't need pipes when you're winning this hard. You already have a couple kills. I don't know why you're not pushing in right now. It's kind of ridiculous. Looks like they have like oobs or something, but you definitely had a kill advantage by probably one and a half. Maybe some guy was respawning, but maybe two. I could have forced the oobs if you wanted to. I don't think 8 stickies up there is very good. I think there are much better traps. So, one thing your team didn't check very well was banana, so I'd pre-fire 1 sticky there. And people can hide on a little rafter in banana, so it'd be ideal to pre-fire the wall too when you're coming through here. That's not a bad idea too. I wouldn't put 2 stickies there, but these pipes are not going to do anything. Like if you just pushed up and had been sticking them off, that soldier definitely would have died. So you want to be jumping in here. Oh no, man, they have the oobs. So if they had the oobs into, like, if I don't even know, man. That was just really bad on your team. Like, I don't think that was a good push. Or like, I don't see why you wouldn't push with advantage, or when you had a player advantage. Maybe I was wrong. Anyway. So you see some dude pushing through big door. Maybe that was their big door. I'm not really sure. Why the fuck did your soldier leave your medic? Okay. Should be trying to hit that soldier. And yeah, I'd expect him to come up the stairs. So put a couple stickies there after he takes the pack. So about 3 seconds. Like, there is no way the demo and the medic were ever going to die there, and I wouldn't expect your team to really be able to get in there to hurt the soldier because their demo would be doing the same thing as you. So the only thing you could have gone there was just putting pressure on the soldier and maybe killing him. So pipes here, dumb. Because you don't have any stickies. Guess that's okay. You didn't really need to do that though. Pretty much going for resub, even though you did it fast because you switched classes, is just shit when you're winning that hard. And you just waste a lot of pipes. Like, you don't want to pipe at that range and just, like, you're literally holding the mouse button down and it's terrible. So this is a good flank. He opened the door again, so I don't know why you wouldn't stay up there. Someone did. That was Blinky. I don't know. Anyway. So, looks like your team doesn't know what they're doing. I don't know why you're reloading pipes. Like, they're maxed down, so the last thing you're gonna need to do is put a shit ton of damage really quickly. Like, so why not just reload stickies? Good that you turned to a different door. I probably wouldn't have gone for that one, but I don't know what that did. There you go. Why not you go? Well, you should have gone for the demo, because he took both your sticks there. Easy kill if you were stickying, and you had actually gone for him. Like, why would you go for the mech there when killing a demo pretty much means the mech's dead? He's probably gonna take some splash, and out there alone he's not gonna get any help. See, I don't get this. You're just giving up position and you're not really fucking doing anything. Like, I mean, you could have been sealing off the doors, or maybe even towards lobby, just get a better angle. But like, every time you've done that, you've gotten nothing out of it. Okay, so both scouts went the same way and they got hit. That's the last thing you want to be doing, is piping. Like, if you don't hit those soldiers in the air, your team's... Well, I don't know. They jumped very poorly. Like, they landed too far away from your team. But, you know, those stickies would have crushed them had your pipes missed. And, like, you gotta be honest, that's a bit of just luck hitting those pipes. With these two scout Ubers, I don't think it's unreasonable for you to go in very early. I don't think it's unreasonable at all. Because you need some sort of early damage, and the scouts aren't going to provide it, especially against like a pyro that's just going to blast them around. Like, you need like actual damage. Like, I don't know, like bringing two scouts is just ridiculous. Don't have pipes out here because you don't have full stickies for one, and they're not gonna help. Like, the worst case with stickies, you just back out and put stickies at your feet and you will win. So they're still down pocket another player, I think, so you can pressure this med really hard. He's in a bad position, so I'd probably peek from the shard door would have been nice, but it was sticky. But if you were medics there, I think you can bait the det and then kind of crush them. I think that going into them was probably a bad idea, because like a good medic's not gonna die to that, right? Like, his soldier was not far enough from him that even backing up to the balcony stairs would have broken the crits beam, and he could have still just moved to the right to catch his soldier as he was dropping down. So I think that crits could have been equally successful if Blinky was playing maximum distance from his soldier. So I don't think you ever would have gotten the medic there if he was good. I think probably a better play would have been just spamming from river. Like, you could have been on the stairs and doing a shit ton of damage to the fighting classes. And I think Tick was really close to dying too, so probably just focus him down from there. It's a lot safer for you, and ultimately you'll be putting out a lot more damage. Like, I don't think it's like, I don't think a good mech would ever die to that. Just completely crazy. And yeah, I'd probably make that mistake too, but you know, firing that extra sticky there is not going to do anything for you. Like, you're not going to help your team with 40 damage. Like, if he's staying there for a shot, then he's fucking dead. So probably should have waited, or at least like kind of dodged a bit, but you just kind of plus forward him. No big deal though. I think that you could have done like 90 damage to the scout there. that was getting healed by the mech. I don't know how weak he was, but he was definitely easily 2 sticks, because I would have predicted him coming around the boxes on the right. And then from there, it's just a read on where he's going to dodge. So you maybe could have killed him, but I don't really know what his health was. But I don't think it was appropriate to shoot pipes there.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
I don't like this position. You die if you're not paying attention. Still be watching your trap, but this is good. Yeah, I'm not sure what your team is trying to do there. Even if they didn't have Uber, that wouldn't have gone well. So yeah, you should have expected that earlier. Didn't matter though. Like, obviously, you should have dropped down for that one sticky earlier, or just been a bit quicker to the draw. This guy pushing through main. But I don't really need to tell you that. Obviously, you'll learn that by yourself. So you're gonna be slow. I might back up all the way to banana. Okay, well they decided to lose. Don't fucking pipe, dude. You don't even have like no stickies. You still have 1 left. Like, you're in perfect sticky range. Like, I can just shoot a sticky, no charge, and it's gonna do like 200 damage to a group of people. And then you just stick out your pipes. Like that's just fucking crazy, dude. One of you should take the bottle and head up top. This is a really weak position. I don't think it's unreasonable to fire a sticky up there and dat. No one's gonna push you if that point's capped like that. It's just kinda nuts. Especially if you had taken the health back. I don't know. It didn't really matter. Putting damage on him wouldn't have been meaningful. So that's not good. So you should be watching both doors since you have stickies on both doors. I'm not really sure why. While you were in big door, you weren't watching both doors. I don't really know what the fuck you're doing right now. Like, if you don't have these stickies here, you can hit them with stickies and you actually do stuff. I think you saw a sniper there. Good to put that sticky there, just in case of push. So careful there, or really careful there and really good. I'm not sure why. Like, you really need to be more in on these Uber advantage pushes, but I don't think you had advantage. I think the Uber is just that bad, so I guess it didn't really. But I don't know why you would push even, so it's just really confusing. But yeah, you did pretty well in the lobby there, aside from actually pushing them out, which is hard to do against good teams that are taking advantage of the map. So you want to get at that earlier than you actually want to push, if that makes sense. So about like 80% you start hammering them in lobby to kind of get them out, or you're just gonna lose a lot of time. I'm not sure why you started going choke, because A, it's the worst rollout, and I think you were doing better the other place. But yeah, with choke, I think you want to be hitting their shoulders. So maybe fire your first stick over the nipple and hope you hit the demo, but you really need to be hitting their shoulders. Like, that is the only advantage you get out of it, so you kind of have to play that strength. Like hitting them before they exit big door. So you should be reloading right now. Because you're not going to do anything with pipes. Anything. These aren't good at that range. Especially if you don't like Like, the only way pipes are gonna work is if you delay long enough that you can predict, like, a movement from... Like, you can predict them dodging a pipe that they would have expected you to fire. That's only when they're successful at that range. And they also have to be one of those players that doesn't actually dodge stuff, so... I mean, it can happen, and a lot of players don't actually dodge, but... You know, it's pretty risky. And here, you obviously would have been better reloading the sticks instead of firing those 2 pipes that choke. Like, you fire these pipes and they mean nothing. Like, sometimes you're firing at actually nothing. This is too early. He's never going to be there. I would expect him to be there 2 seconds after you fired your third, or maybe about as you fired your third sticky, if he had just gone the pack and plus forwarded. And against good players, you're going to have to account for delay if you keep doing that, so depending on how familiar he is with you, you might want to delay another second, but there's no chance of hitting him that early. Like, he was just not, he's not that fast. That was good damage at choke. I don't think he used stickies there, so you know, you had a good time. Or sorry, I don't think he used pipes there, so you had a good time. I don't think you should be waiting for this pack. If your team's pushing it, what the fuck, you keep doing this even uber bullshit. This is not how you play TF2. Anyway, keep them out, not with those things. You have 3 stickies loaded? Okay, so you should have 2, because I think you interrupted your reload. And you could have easily kept people out with 2. That would have been sufficient. I don't know what you're doing with pipes, but they're shit. That's not a bad trap. I think you should be reloading stickies though. The good gun. You have 0, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's... I don't know, it's kinda ridiculous. Like, if they had gone through river a bit earlier and they're already in, like, what do you fucking do, you know? Like, you just lose. I guess that's another downside of resubbing. You have the potential to get spammed as you come out because you're pretty predictable, but that's pretty unrealistic to expect. I don't know, like, I don't think what you did in lobby was correct. Just your ammo management and like if they had pushed in off of your position and I don't know, if they were good at reading ammo, maybe they could have known, and that would have been like GG. They could have just pushed in. There's nothing dry push into you guys. You didn't have off class, so you would have died too. Nice pipes. See, that's when you want to use pipes, like when you need to, you know? But not when you don't need to. That one was fine. This one wasn't. That guy should have killed you. He just misses shots. If he hits 2 good shots there, he just sacks into you and there's nothing you can do, even with a group of people there. But yeah, like, the pre-fire pipe you had as you were backing up, that's fine. Like, you're not going to get anything out of sticking there. The pipe's going to do massive damage, and it opens up a lot of opportunities for you. And so you're going to have to use here anyway. Most likely. Or you back out entirely, and you did neither. So if you were planning on using, which it looks like you were, you should have been more aggressive at choke. Yeah. You should have just been walking towards choke. And that way you would never lose this. It'd be a tie at worst. So, you know. But yeah, you definitely have the potential there to rotate up top before they probably even capped. Had you and your medic on quickly. And then force them off potentially with a threat of the Uber, but probably not because you dropped your soldier. But that entire second was a prime position where you just didn't need to Uber and you could just force them off after rotating up top without using. Or get a really sick, juicy Uber. I don't see why you're not peeking this guy before he peeks you, because he's an easy kill. That's good. Not that many though. It's good that you dodged those. Pipe's kind of random. I'm not sure why you're still firing there, because a good player would not get hit by those. Like, he's not just gonna back up in your stickies. Like, he knows where they're coming from, so I don't know why you'd fire, like, where he would retreat to. Like, he'd just go into fucking lower if he wanted to, or just into last, since his team was winning. But yeah, some sticky placement there. You don't fight in lobby like that. You want to constantly gain ground with your stickies instead of just firing the same spot. No one's gonna run into that shit. This is a good retreat from mid, but yeah, you want to actually be shooting things, not the door. Like since you were on the ground, right? I would say you were losing that mid, even though you got an early pick. I would still say that their damage is better. Just like if they weren't shit, I would expect them to be winning the mid, and that's how I kind of tell damage on mids. Just because their demo was kind of doing things the entire time, and that's not a hit on you or anything. Just he was able to shoot stickies the entire time, basically. I'd expect to lose there, so playing for the I'm gonna sticky them off and they will have to die eventually strat is really bad, because they don't have to back up because they're winning, you know? That was good. That's good. You don't need to put that many stickies there. I think you could have lost that, but I don't know if it would be your fault. But yeah, in general, every time you use pipes, it's kind of miserable, except for the air shots you go for. Like the actual, like, hit them on the way down or hit them at the apex. Because sometimes you're going for these weird ones where you're so far away you have to shoot them before they like even jump and shit. Which is okay if you do a couple, but you're wasting a lot of time with pipes. I can tell you that. There are a few times when you're using stickies, you're putting up sticky traps and you're letting your ammo get really low, so you're potentially get pushed in. A lot of times where you're not shooting the right things, like when they're backing out, you know, you're shooting the door most of the time, which is right, but obviously there was one mid where you didn't have a good read on their, like, their position overall, like, not in the mid, like, on the point, but, like, they were winning, so they wouldn't back up into those. And, you spend a lot of time shooting people that are in instead of blocking doors when people are pushing in, which is really important, especially at last. So that's why I picked on you about the resupply thing. You get a lot of free damage in shutting out doors, because if it's even Ubers or even they have an advantage, but you have some off classes, which you guys didn't. But assuming you have some off classes, like, they're not gonna win pushing all through one door. So you know you're gonna be able to hit people on other doors. Like, the only time I feel comfortable pushing everyone through one door is when our advantage is really good and we have some kind of number advantage or health advantage. Like, it's really important to have a good push, especially on this map, so that requires people coming through multiple doors. So you have the potential to kind of poop on them, instead of just having rando traps lying around. Random traps. Yeah. And then the little thing I mentioned about mid, where you should be getting up top earlier, because you're going really fast, and it beats the mirror, and it beats the opposite counter. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, I don't know why you started going choke, because you were doing really well big door. If you had just gotten up there earlier, the mid would be easy mode. And, yeah. For the most part, pretty good. Except some very, very quirky decisions. And that's basically all Demoman is, because you don't have to aim. Maybe put up more traps, like kill traps. 'Cause basically, for the most part, actually you're not really a damagey type, so probably damage more. Whatever people expect you to do, you should probably do less. Like I'm a damagey demo man. I'll only go for damage and pressure because it opens up a lot of opportunities for a team to get in on dry pushes. But like the traps that I put up are going to be a lot more effective because, you know, if you're not getting trapped all the time, then you're going to start checking for traps less, you know? So the same could be said for you. I think you're a bit too trappy, or maybe you're just in the middle. But it's nice kind of being one or the other, because when you do the opposite of what people expect you to do, you're going to have a really strong play there. So it's kind of like conditioning your opponent. But you'd also just do what you're doing. I think you're doing a bit of both, which is good. Obviously, you'd want to respond appropriately to every kind of push, but I believe that both styles can respond to multiple pushes and stuff like that, so, you know. But I think definitely the last thing, where you can push out and get some damage on other doors or even lobby as the combo's pushing in through a different door, is definitely appropriate, and you shouldn't be resupping like that. It's hurting you a lot. Stop shooting fucking pipes when you don't have stickies loaded. It's fucking retarded. Alright, bye.